That is not what I thought your conversations were about.
It's like watching Disney characters, but with real life dialogue. Not really reassuring. I mean, if you were to mute them, yes, it's a happy Disney World. Then hearing them talk, they're like, "I'm gonna bash that fucker in with a hammer," and you're like, "Oh God." But overall, give me psychology rolls as you go out among the animals.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You two go. They're doing stuff. Alex notices that they're industrious, hardworking, and generally good-tempered. Wandering around a bit. Hold on, let me find my way back to where I was in my fucking notes. They have a lighthouse down near the docks. They have crops to the north. They have an archaeology, which is the roughest place ever in this town. They have all kinds of weird and disturbing things here, including it looks like some people with brown skin that glow red and keep different brown skinned people as slaves with collars and stuff on them. Generally, the animals kind of tend to avoid them a bit, but it looks like they're not being chased off or harangued or anything. And oddly, in the tour, because it's Alex Kinley that's giving you the tour, they have a bar in the section of town called the Boneyard. Much like, well, have you guys ever been to the Boneyard in other places? Yeah. All right. Well, he takes you to a bar called the Boneyard. There's fresh sawdust on the floor. They have a harpsichord that plays. There's 4 large, crudely made statues spaced regularly around the bar. Furries, even a couple of elves, and goblins. Think like Gringotts Bank from Harry Potter type of goblins seem to be here. The goblins seem to run the place. Furries are either drinking or are the wait staff, men and women. There's plenty of seedy looking fairies here. There's also a sign that says spit on the floor and I'll spit you, and a different sign that says no undead. It looks like the head goblin is sitting in the back of the room in a high chair observing things from behind the bar. And occasionally he'll flip somebody off. And when he sees Alex Kinley, he gets both hands flipping him off, which with the goblin's gnarled, fucked up looking hands is really impressive.
I flip him back off.
He nods and goes back to what he was doing. So yeah, the goblin calls over one of the wait staff, points at you guys, and the guy nods and comes over, and he's like, he's got a badger head, and he goes, right this way, please. He takes you and seats you at a table, and he says, and for you, he points at Dana Zool. What would you like, Australia?
Some water?
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 He looks at Alex. I know what you want. What does she mean? Water.
I think it's a different word for whiskey, I think.
All right. And you, sir?
I'll have a mint julep.
Good choice. Right. He waddles away. He comes back. He managed to find water, but it's brown. He puts that in one thing, and then a smaller glass of whiskey. He goes, yeah. And then a mint julep, and then a big bucket with like some sort of bendy straw that they got from somewhere in front of Alex that smells like it reeks of whiskey. There you go, sir.
Yeah.
Your usual.
Yes.
I'll put it on the Australian Embassy's tab.
Yes.
He wanders off. It's bad enough you think that Alex Kinley doesn't feel like touching money. It's worse that the world seems to support him in his avoidance of touching money.
It all works out one way or another.
Money isn't electrical.
Now, that's a different insanity.
Odd.
Uh-huh.
So this place is notably not a cemetery.
True.
No. So the goblin sitting over there at the back, he kind of runs things around here, and if you do something for him, he might teach you earth magic. Just so you know.
Oh,
Like, you won't do it for free. You'll either want information or something paid back, which, yeah, it could be something you could go see if he has any jobs or anything he needs doing, unless you guys want to go somewhere else.
might be worth a shot. What do they use for money around here?
I don't know.
That's the one guy who doesn't know or care.
They bring me
That's
whiskey,
great.
I'm happy.
That's fucking great. So you guys are, it looks as though unless you guys decide to do something or go somewhere, that Alex is just going to sit there and drink a bucket of whiskey. Literal bucket. Not a fucking fancy name for a big glass. No, a literal bucket.
Okay. Could you introduce us to
Sure.
that goblin guy?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be
What's his
curious to see if he remembers that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. Forgetting his name.
I just called him Goblin King.
You've never called him the Goblin King.
Now.
I see.
Goblin King.
Everybody stops what they're doing and looks around wildly.
We walk up to the Goblin King.
He's looking around for the Goblin King with an expression of panic.
Who?
The guy you're addressing as the Goblin King. Apparently, the Goblin King may be an actual person who hopefully isn't here. And you seem to have freaked out your contact here. He's like going,
Calm it down. It's just my nickname for you.
"No, it isn't," he says.
All right.
"Call me by my regular name or fuck right off."
All right. Well, fuck off then. Nice seeing you again.
Yeah. Good. It's always a pleasure, Kenley. This guy's about 1 meter tall and full of malice. He's got 2 meters of malice in a 1 meter body. Yeah. He's not a nice goblin. He seems to be relieved that the Goblin King is not around.
Well, you guys can talk to him. I'm done with him. Oh! I need to go get ice pack.
Could
Hello
you do me
there.
a favor and put this in the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. The goblin looks at you and goes, "Who are you?" He looks over, he leans over, he goes, "Australians, I recognize you anywhere."
My name is Glenn.
Glenn the Australian, and the other, what's the other young man's name? Apparently the goblin can't tell the difference between male and females.
She's a lady, and her name is Dana.
"Are you sure?" He says. He looks at her dubiously, shrugs like, "Okay." He says, "My name is Frag Slub."
Frog Slub?
"No, Frag Slub."
Frag Slub.
Close enough.
Very well.
Call me Slub if you want. Humans seem to
That's
have
better.
an easier time with that than my first name.
Got it. Nice to meet you.
"Fuck off," he says. "What do you want?"
Well,
"No tabs." He gestures at you with a large rotten fingernail.
Alex says you're a good person to do a favor for.
"I am a person to do a favor for. I've never been called good before." He doesn't laugh at all. He just looks at you like, "And?"
Oh.
"So what's the favor?"
I'm a man that gets things done.
Yeah, what'd you get done for me?
No. Do you need anything that needs doing?
I got a bunch of people that need killing. I've
Hmm.
got other people who owe me money you can collect. And also I've got some people that are they got a problem because they think that their camp that they're working on, their new railroad we're putting down, they think that it's haunted. And I told them there's no such thing as ghosts, and they don't believe me. So if you can convince them that it's not haunted, then that'll be a favor from you. And I'm guessing that this young man, woman, whatever it is, wants to do me a favor as well.
Yes, we understand. You know the ways of Earth magic.
Yes. That's why everybody wants to do me a favor. This is why I don't teach it for free.
Okay.
If you can convince the very superstitious workers and stuff. But what would your favor be? Do you want to go out and kill a bunch of people?
I can teach you a magic trick. Do you have a deck of
goblin.
cards?
I can only do earth magic.
Oh. Well,
Only Australians
magic.
only Australians can do magic from different spheres and stuff.
Interesting.
The beastkin can't do magic at all. They're technol something.
Oh.
Fucking furry bastards.
I could show you a sleight of hand trick that can make people think that you can do other magic.
He glares at you with hatred. He thinks about having you killed. He's just starting to smile and nod.
Is this your card?
Probably gonna kill you. You and Mimes. You know, I used to have Mimes lowered into a pit filled with scorpions. And on the wall, it said, "Learn the words." Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Empathy?
We all have to have our vices. Cool. Give me an empathy roll.
Yes.
He hates you, but you think he may hate all living things and a few that aren't living.
Wow. Okay, tell me more about this ghost stuff.
He gives you directions. It's not very far out of town, maybe half a day's ride. It's a little camp that they've got set up because they're working on building the first railroad across the country. They haven't got it started very far yet because they just recently managed to slaughter the indigenous people of this place who didn't like iron. It just shows Dana in the background watching as it burns, like slaughtering indigenous people. Genocide. Nice.
So the furries are not indigenous?
No. They're from a different continent.
Huh.
The ones here are from a country called Genovia. Stop singing that fucking song, he barks at the other furries who started with the Genovian national anthem. Fucking hate everybody so much, says the goblin.
Okay. So we'll unhaunt the railroad and you'll teach us some magic?
I'll teach you some magic. I keep asking this other Australian what they want to do, and they don't say anything. Or maybe they said something and I didn't hear it. Because it should only take one person to slap some sense into those stupid fucking...
Would you like some more scorpions?
Yes, I would. You get me 30 scorpions, and I will teach you earth magic. They must be alive and preferably not loose. I'd like them in boxes or containers. Yeah, I've played this game before, he says, and looks at you with hatred. Yeah, I asked somebody else for scorpions. I found one in my bed. Fuck that. No, I want them in a box. here. He points at the floor carefully. And not a fucking box with the open sides. No, I want a proper box that they cannot escape from, and nobody lets them out. You just walk away after I teach you some earth magic. No, that's fucking, oh, let me open the box for you, Slob. Yeah.
Understood.
All right. 30 scorpions. Fine. He starts muttering darkly about giving out newbie quests or something.
Are you sure about that, Dana? Seems like we could work on the railroad together.
Seems like he specifically does not want us to use that for both of us.
You can both work on the railroad, he says. Yeah, I'm just not giving you both credit for it.
Yes, that was my interpretation. I hear where you're coming from, Frog Slub.
Now, why can't you say my name like this one can?
I tried to. Well, we'll see how well I did it.
Bob.
He looks at you with hatred there, P.I. He thinks about using the scorpion she brings in on you. This seems to comfort him.
Oh, is it Frag Slob?
Get out of my bar before I have your skin removed.
Let's go to the railroad, Glenn.
Very well.
So after being threatened with the skin removal thing, you guys head over. You see Alex is currently... oh, give me a alcohol tolerance roll there, Alex. You've drunk an entire bucket of whiskey.
Yeah.
He seems unaffected by this, which irritates everybody else in the bar. You want to pick him up and take him with you, or just indicate, or maybe do an interpretive dance of what's coming up?
Ooh.
Follow.
Okay.
You guys head out. How would you like to go out of town? Is this a slow on foot thing?
Parkour.
Horses?
We parkour out of town.
Pardon? You what?
Parkour.
What'd you say?
We parkour out of town.
You can. It'll be a long, hard road out of hell, but you could do it, I suppose. Alex is
Glenn,
one to
stop
just
tempting me.
Alex is one to just buy some horses.
Yeah, I suppose that's the other thing they've got.
Yes, horses.
Excellent.
Or
Everybody give me a horseback riding roll as you are doing the cowboy thing.
oh, fine. They probably have a partially completed railroad. We could do one of those push cart things.
Yeah, but everybody else is riding horses.
Hey, I made a horse at Learn.
You made a horse?
I made horse riding.
Oh, good. That's different than making a horse, which would alarm me.
I figured it out. I got to check and learn.
Well done.
Nice.
Sheila, did you make your ride horse roll?
I did. I
Holy
grew up
shit,
riding
you're good at
horses.
horses. Yeah, Alex is riding like he's used to riding horses, which given his other things makes sense. He does not once scream demon at the horse either. Also, these horses are kind of horses, but like the lizardish equivalent of horses. It's like somebody goes, give me a horse, but I don't want it to be a mammal. Make it a lizard instead. Bing, there you go. Weird.
That's weird. Definitely weird.
No problem.
Did we check to make sure they're not robot horses?
No, you didn't, but I'm sure you have a knife on you somewhere. You just slice into it looking. That won't upset it at all. It's used to people opening up its belly going, is there a fucking cogwheel in here? This is normal behavior. But yeah, you guys are all the money for the horses, the tax, saddle, all that shit gets charged to the Australian embassy. Apparently they know Alex Kinley and they accept that both of you are Australian as well. You're not sure why all the humans are called Australians, but there you go.
I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah, it's just fucking weird. You guys follow the railroad tracks, possibly passing one of those things, whatever the fuck those are called, line cars or whatever. But eventually you get out to the camp that they're making. It's kind of a tent city with like a couple of temporary looking wooden buildings. It appears that the industrious fur creatures have been working on decimating the ancient forests of this area. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it just gets worse as you go. Pretty much, they're as indifferent and uncaring as cowboys back in the Old West days when they said, "We want only a certain part of the buffalo to make some fashionable thing. It's a minor part, but we can slaughter a few herds and get a bunch of them. Let's do that." And then they almost wiped them out. Those kind of people. Those are the kind of people that live here. And there's probably about 50, 60 people in this camp, most of which are living in like large tents. They've got a foreman who comes up and he looks at you guys and he says, hold on, he makes his know about shit going on roll. Australians. He doesn't appear to know Alex Kinley, which comes to you guys as a complete shock because everybody else did. Alex is even shocked and begins to doubt his own existence.
I'm fading away.
He goes, all right. He scratches his fur. He's got a ram's horns and stuff. He appears to be a ram-headed guy. And he goes, right. Can I help you, Australian? Are you lost?
No.
Slab sent us.
It's
Who?
not his name.
Oh, is it Slub?
No, stop saying it, Glenn.
He looks at you and goes, who? He looks totally bad. Sheila, take a card.
The Goblin.
What goblin? He says, I know of at least 12.
Frog slub.
Oh, okay. Great. He looks dubiously at the middle Australian and shakes his head. He's like, you're lucky you didn't have your skin for calling him that other stuff. I remember he once told me that one of his mortal enemies was named Slob. So anyway, right.
We understand you've got maybe a problem.
Yes, I do. We're cursed and haunted. We were just haunted, but now we're cursed and haunted.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not nice. It's not nice. Not even a little bit.
Okay, could you show us?
What?
Well, show
What
us
kind
the
of
evidence
curse?
that you're cursed or unhaunted.
Oh, right. Well, come on over here. He motions to somebody who comes and takes your horses, and they go away. You're not sure if they're coming back or any of that kind of shit. There we go. He takes you in to a llama-headed guy who's like, "Hello. Oh, are these? They're not elves. What the fuck are they? They're Australia. Oh, I'm the doctor," he says. Right this way. He takes you over and he shows you a guy who is missing an arm. He has a monkey head and he looks in bad shape. This is part of our curse, says the ram-headed guy.
Wait, your arm's pulled off.
Everybody looks very grave at that. His did. That's how we know that we're under a curse, because he is never, he was trying to chop down a tree.
You can say he's never lost an arm before.
Yes, they all nod, including the monkey guy. Alex, take a card. That's right. So as you can see,
You're the best doctor I've ever seen.
thank you, says the llama-headed guy.
I want to look over the monkey, try my own diagnosis.
Sure, give me a first aid for evaluating his medical condition.
And I make it.
He's fucked.
That's
No,
awesome.
his arm must have fallen off. The magnet's inside. No way. He's got a stump that's heavily bandaged. It appears to have been cut off with something sharp. Well, sharpish. It shattered part of the bone as it cut off his arm, so it's not razor sharp or anything. They tell you it was a wood tree axe, which matches with your checking it out, the arm. They still have the arm too, if you'd like to see it.
That's nice.
They take you over and they keep it in a box. And Christ, it smells bad. It smells like an arm that's been cut off 2 days ago should. You're not sure why the fuck they're keeping it. They don't know what to do with it as part of it, you're guessing.
It looks like it was cut off with an axe.
It was. They take you over to a hippo-headed guy. His axe slipped. I told you I was sorry, he says. But he's never taken somebody's arm off before, and that's when we realized we were cursed. We're cursed, says the hippo guy. And then a mouse-headed guy in the background goes, it's all horrible. We're all gonna die. The curse.
Hold yourself together.
And people have woodcutting accidents all the time, so
What?
I think you're wrong.
No, we knew we're cursed after we saw the ghost. What?
You know, swinging axes around, sometimes body parts come off. This is all perfectly explainable.
It's never happened before, says the mouse, trying to wrap himself in his own arms and looking as though he's
Consider
panicking.
yourself lucky.
I can't. I'm cursed. We're all cursed. We're gonna die.
You didn't even lose an arm.
He checks. Then he counts. Then he wraps himself back up in his arms, looking slightly relieved, but still panicked.
Okay, enough of this shenanigans. Show us the ghost.
I'm going to. I tried to help the victim more with my knowledge of medicine.
Give me a medicine roll as you begin working on digging out some of the extra bone shards, or putting a few in.
I do not make it, but it is not a fumble.
No problem. You cause him a lot of pain because they don't have much in the way of morphine here. Eventually, he passes out from the pain. Then you wrap his arm up and put him back in bed and are convinced that everything will be okay.
Good as new.
They as far as the ghost goes, he only comes out at night, they tell you.
All right, well, let's wait till tonight, won't we?
But not every night.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. It's not my ghost. I don't know. It's random.
Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday night.
Says the frog-headed guy, panicking.
Whoa.
I think to myself whether scorpions would be attracted to a gangrenous arm in a box.
I'm not sure. They might. Jesus, that's fucking. You refill your hand for being very clever. Apparently so. Hold on, I'm
Didn't say the box full of scorpions couldn't have a dead arm in it.
It
So
is not specified.
I do like rotted meat. I'm not sure.
Let's see. Scorpions eat a variety of insects, spiders, other scorpions because they're dicks, and lizards. They also eat small mammals such as mice. They need water now and then. Scorpion diet. How do you keep scorpions out of your house?
Don't let them in.
Yeah. It says to reject them if they come with Bibles to your house.
Damn scorpion creatures.
Scorpions eat rotten meat. Scorpions eating raw meat instead of rotten meat. Oh, that's Ark. No, I don't care what Ark
I
means.
I think that might be a computer game that we're playing. Now I think about it.
Yeah. They in the computer game they seem to like spoiled meat. So yes, they eat spoiled meat. All right. Yeah, give me a zoology roll there, Dana Zool, as you look at the arm and go.
I'm going to keep this.
I did not make it, but it was not a fumble.
Well, apparently Alex needs a hand. So, right. So nasty. We play with the rotten fucking detached arm for fun. Yeah. So yeah. You're pretty convinced you're going to be fucking scrambling around on all fours trying to catch scorpions soon. It's not looking very attractive.
Well, I have the idea of bait. Of some sort in a box.
That is easier than like sticking your hand into a hollow of rocks and trying to get them before they get you, I suppose. Okay, so right, Alex is currently slapping one of the furry guys back and forth with the rotten arm, going, "Where is your ghost?" And the guy's like, "I don't know. The undead arm is attacking me."
You know, it's going to be a trick.
Can I try occult lore?
Sure.
Know stuff about ghosts. What are you trading me?
And just if you have junk, I've got a little boost card.
Okay. Oh wait, not that one.
I mean, every card is special, but if you have a card that's not maybe useful in the scenario.
Is it a skill 5?
Every card is sacred. Every card is good. Mm. So what were you saying there, Alex?
I don't want to back it up.
Okay.
But
It's up to you. I'm easy.
It's just a trick. It's someone's going to be playing a trick with the lighting and stuff like that. It's a parlor trick. We can all do it.
You mean you're all gonna fucking haunt the shit out of this place? Nice. That will fucking fix that.
Well, we put on a show of, cleansing it.
Oh.
Here's the ghost. Now we have.
What was the word on occult lore?
Did you make it? The word is
yes.
The word is you're not sure because you've seen a lot of weird shit. So here, do ghosts exist? You don't know. You just got done talking to some dude with an animal head, so nothing's really off the table at this point. They exist some places apparently, and others no.
Do you guys have any elf problems around here?
No. We managed to there was a couple that were hanging out nearby, but we killed them and violated their corpses afterwards, so we should be fine.
Unless more have come to see where their friends have gone and they're using their necromantic patterns.
Oh, we're sure that they wouldn't do that. They've got better things to do than be upset about the land that they lost recently.
No, of course.
I've heard that sometimes the violating of the corpses causes the ghosts.
Oh, they say.
So maybe you shouldn't do that.
Well, I suppose that we can cut them down.
Cut them down?
Well, here, come with us. We'll show you. The expression on his face, like, why do I have to lose sanity for this? Right. They're going to take you away from the camp into the woods and stuff like that, where you can find that they have pretty much taken apart the elves, like arm, leg, torso, head, and then nailed all the different parts to trees and stuff like that. We wanted to make sure they wouldn't come back as undead.
Right.
Or if they did, they'd be nailed to a tree.
Usually you just bury them.
No, that never works. They claw their way back up and come after us. It's a real pain in the ass.
How about burning the bodies?
We didn't want to start a big fire in the woods. Last time somebody did that, it did not go well.
You can control a small fire in the woods.
Yeah, but you need a pretty good-sized fire to burn an elf.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then it gets out of control.
Guys, taking a bit of time to build 2 proper funeral pyres, because there's a good chance that these guys are haunting your asses, and that's where the curse is coming from.
Oh,
You want to keep that?
Well, yeah, we'd love to get rid of the curse.
Don't want any more accidental.
We're worried the fire will get out of control, though. Well, that will get rid of the haunting, but the curse might still be there.
No, the curse would have come with the haunting.
I don't know. It came a little later.
Like, exactly. The haunting starts, and then after a while, as the spirits build up their power, the curse starts.
Oh, give me a fast talk roll to make this all work, Alex.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds perfectly reasonable. Right. They then spend about a day. Basically, you guys get to stay with them unless you don't want to stay with the apparently bloodthirsty furries.
I'm setting up scorpion traps.
Oh, all right. Let me see. Give me a. Well, actually, they come over and ask, "What you doing?"
I'm trying to. I will also help get rid of some scorpions for you.
Good. We don't like getting stung. They suggest good places to set up the traps, as well as they will have everybody check their boots and stuff before they put them on, because sometimes they go in there. But to make this work, give me a trapping roll. It is a skill.
I have a skill plus 15.
Good.
Nice.
So we'll add that on.
By the way, you can play as many skill plus cards as you want on a single roll now, so feel free to do that if you feel like it.
Oh, I'll give her assistant 5.
You're up to plus 20 so far.
I've got nothing. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, what else you got?
And you said trapping?
Yeah, trapping should be.
Yeah, it's on the sheet.
Yeah, it's on the sheet.
Do I do that at learn if that's higher than my trapping?
Absolutely.
Yes.
to show on how skilled I am at trapping.
This should be fun. Shows her with a big flat rock with a stick, and then the scorpion goes under and goes. She shows goo come out the side. She goes, "Got him."
Glenn, here's an assistant 5. Perhaps you would like to lay another one on me, or is that too much?
Oh, that's fine. Go for it. Unless he doesn't want to.
Right. I'll trade you this skill 5 for it. You can play
there you go. She gets up to plus 30 if you play all that shit. I will get the scorpion, she says. I will. If you can make it good enough, you'll get all 30. If you barely make it, then you'll get half of them. But if you can make it by 30, you'll get all 30 at one fell swoop.
Single digits.
All right, so I have 30 so far, and then my learning is 11.
Okay, so you're up to 41. Go team.
I
But
think
not quite
that's
single digits.
as high as we can bump it. No.
No scorpions at all.
Wah, wah.
No problem. I'm going to roll for pity scorpions that people bring you. You pick up 6 pity scorpions. Pretty much
Nice.
People found in their shoes and stuff like that, and they just bring them to you. And you have a box that has a rotten meat smell that you can keep them in.
Yes.
Can we both attempt to try and help set up traps as well, as far as separate traps?
You guys can go set up separate traps if you'd like.
I was wondering about helping them build the pyres. Would that be some sort of crafting?
Matt, give me a luck roll. Lower is better. Yes, go ahead and give me a craft wood roll there if you want to professionally craft some wood, sir.
At least,
I've got crafting plus 20 card.
No problem. I got good news and bad news for Sheila. The good news is the rest of your scorpions have been brought in by Alex. The bad news is that one of them is the size of a good-sized dog, and he's like got it, and he's giggling and shit, and holding onto his tail and keeping its claws away from him, and bringing it over. It won't even fit in the fucking box. And he's like, "Yeah, I got one here. Yeah, this is number 30," and you're like, "Oh, damn it!" So I don't know what you want to do with that. Glenn, did you fumble?
I fumbled.
Okay, roll a D10 on yourself as the pile collapses onto you, and you go, ah! And it goes,
That's a lot.
well, not if you roll a 1. It'll be half real and half stun. So you pick up 4 real, 5 stun, and the furries go, "Cursed! We're cursed!"
Nope, I did that on purpose.
They don't believe that even a little bit. As you lay
Best
there
talk.
in immense pain, and one of them standing there with a torch going, "Do we put the body on, light it up?" And you're like, "I'm still trapped under here, dickhead." And he's like, not a very bright one, okay?
Part of the ritual is collapsing the pile to disperse the ghosts.
Well, the ram-headed guy comes over, leans over you. He goes, "You're cursed now, too."
Fast talk.
Sure, go for it. Give me an amazingly
Made it.
good. Did you make it by 30 or more? Because you're still pinned under a bunch of wood. They go, yeah. You're in denial.
I wrench myself free.
Sure, give me a strength roll to make that happen.
Made it.
Oh, good job. All right, yeah, you dig your way out, and they say, "Go see the doctor, first guy." You see Alex is fighting with a dog-sized scorpion and laughing his ass off, and Dana Zool is like kind of backed away from him, like, "I don't want that one."
Alex, thank you for the contribution, but we'll find a different 30. Let's kill this one.
Oh, but Pinchy, my new pet.
That one should count for more than one, I think. I'm gonna see Dana for first aid.
Give me a strength roll there, Alex, to not have this get away and rampage through the camp, stinging the shit out of people.
Forever. Yes.
You've got him you need somebody else to build you or hold him for you, or build a cage so that you can keep it in. Because right now you've got it as long as you hold it, but you know yourself and you don't have a third hand to get the whiskey right.
Someone needs to pour whiskey in my part.
Nobody will come close to you while you're holding Pinchy. Yeah, I know. It's a totally unfair world.
Someone make me a cage.
I have animal handling as wildlife, or is that not specific enough?
You need more specific animal handling.
Horse.
Horse.
Animal handling hawk. That's not going to work.
No, I was going to say, at Learn, everybody has animal handling scorpion at Learn, or animal handling giant scorpion at Learn.
Oh, so close.
God damn.
One off.
Okay.
Nope, didn't make it.
Down kitty.
No problem. Now, for Matt and Dana Zool, since you guys failed your animal handling roll, I will need a dodge roll. That fucking claw or stinger or both is a bitch.
Yes.
Thank goodness. They tell you, the other animals that are staying well away tell you that you're cursed. However, Glenn's managed to calm it down, and as long as he keeps a stick on its back, it's staying where it is, and occasionally doing a half-hearted, why can't I get my claw back to the stick on my back? But that does free up Alex Kinley, who seems anxious to build something out of wood.
Yes. Well, I do have carpentry, of course.
I was going to say, you are Alex Kinley. You built a Shinto temple before.
Dana, I'm bleeding.
Yes, I'll take care of that with you.
Oh, I was going to say,
first aid or medicine?
First aid. Medicine is when you got him laid out on the surgery table and stuff. Ooh.
Not very good.
Now, with that, you will also remove a small amount of skin and bleed a little bit for just 1 point of damage, which doesn't last long on you.
Huh?
Okay, I made it well.
No, you only take 1 point, and then it goes away. But it's enough that the animals tell you that you, too, are cursed.
Shut up.
Did you make your first aid roll on him, or
I made it under half?
Oh, great! I roll a D3 there, Dana Zool.
Is this more than enough to pocket it?
What, the living being? No, but that'd be hilarious.
I got a chance coming.
Right, Scott, you will regain after an hour 1 real hit point. Ta-da!
Sorry, Glenn.
That's something.
You feel better. No, you don't. You're cursed. So, yeah, the animals go, curse. See? It's the ghost. We still need help building the pyres that collapsed due to the weight of the curse.
Would that be strength to help with the pyres?
Wood carving. They've got all the wood. They just need it put into the right configuration to do its thing.
No.
No problem. Yeah, she dodges aside as it collapses. They go, the curse weighs too much to build a pyre.
What are we doing, strength?
No, wood carving.
I got it that time.
Alex Kinley builds a large professional-looking pyre, and they put the bodies on it, and then they go, we're scared to light it because we know the curse will cause the wind to blow, and it will set the forest on fire, and then we will have to run away. We've cleared the trees back, but sparks can carry.
Well,
they begin to edge away from the thing as though they're expecting the forest to go up any second now.
So is there not an area at all we can build this on which is not going to catch fire?
Well, no, they've cleared it in 10 meters every direction.
What about all the mining they're doing?
They're not doing any mining close to here. This is not a mining camp. This is a build railroad, a temporary camp that moves along with the train tracks. Other people bring the metal here, and then they put it on the ends of the tracks and stuff.
We're going to stand around in a perimeter of it with wet blankets ready to swat down any sparks that start.
But the curse will cause the blankets to be wet with kerosene, and then they'll burn.
Shut up.
I will wet the blankets with water.
Oh.
Where's your well?
Are nasty. Right. It's a long walk to the stream. They don't have a well here because this is a very temporary camp. But yeah, you bring back the ever drying blankets and stuff like that. And right now, one of you guys is going to be doing the luck roll. Apparently there is a curse. The other two may support that person before they do it. Who will be the primary luck roll person?
I am very lucky.
He is freakishly lucky. Would you guys like to support his luck by rolling your luck? If you support him, you give him a plus 5%. If you fumble, then you give him a negative 10 and prove that the curse is a scientific fact.
I support.
I support.
I support it.
All right. You're at a
Success.
plus 10, Alex.
Right. Basically, don't roll 100. Yes, by a lot.
No problem. The bodies burn up. The sparks which try to get out are contained, but every spark, even if you smother it with a wet blanket, is evidence of the curse to these superstitious creatures. But yes, you eventually burn all the bodies and their various pieces and stuff. It is getting dark, and so after making sure the fire's out and then putting well, actually, then an argument ensues because some people want their blankets back. And so they eventually decide to, in the dying fire, have the blankets dried out. And then they can sleep with them at night because otherwise they're going to get really cold at night. So they're going to leave behind a couple of the furries to dry out the blankets.
I say a couple of prayers while the bodies are burning.
Oh, Lord, thank you for killing these elves. We all hate them so much. Amen. Great. The furries look completely confused as to what you're doing. One of them goes, I recognize this. The evil spirits have gotten inside of him and are making him say crazy shit. The other ones go, it's the curse. Right. As you guys are leaving, I'm going to do a curse check for the three that are staying back drying the blankets. Oh, they don't burst into flame. Great. Okay, so you can never tell. These guys are incompetent. You guys are taken back, and Some of the food was a little bit burned, and this is also evidence of the curse. Everything's the curse. Somebody goes, "Hey, you were over helping with the pyre. You, a Middle Australian?" They point at Glenn.
Me?
Yeah, you were helping with the fires and stuff.
Yeah.
Where'd the giant scorpion go? Everybody at this point goes, "Oh shit!" and begins.
That was before I held the scorpion.
You were holding it, and then you lost interest and wandered off with everybody else. And the scorpion went, "Oh!" and it apparently is doing something else.
Pinchy! Pinchy! Looking for Pinchy.
Oh, so was that animal handling scorpion?
Correct. You hear a scream, which tells you where Pinchy is. No problem. Give me an animal handling scorpion to get Pinchy back under control. He's managed to stab some poor bastard who's laying there clutching his chest and whining.
Oh, just kill it.
Try and grapple it again.
No problem. The furries are getting like their long rifles and shit together to blast it if you fail to subdue it. Give me a grapple roll.
Oh, yeah.
Aha! My scorpion. Pinchy struggles wildly knowing that
Pinchy, stop struggling.
Right. They've got a couple of furries with rifles keeping an eye on it now. If it gets away again, they're going to shoot the fuck out of it. Which means, unfortunately, it's only going to live as long as you can keep interest in it. Everybody knows this will not be long, and so they're just pretty much getting. They get like 5 guys together with rifles to wait until you've lost interest so they can kill it.
Back off. I've got a scorpion here.
They back away.
Someone build me a cage. Now.
There's enough wood that everybody, except the guy holding it, unless he loses interest in the scorpion, sets it down and starts building a cage. Everybody else can try to build a cage, and we will even have a delegation of the furries attempt to build a cage. So each of you guys can try to make a
Tell
cage.
me which one does best. I will judge them.
The furry's cage bursts into flames and then falls over and sinks into the ground. They're like, "Curse! It's the curse, look!" And then Glenn does the same thing, and they go, "Curse, curse, he's cursed. Look at him, curse, curse." So, right, no cages get built after a couple hours. You're just holding this fucking struggling scorpion and laughing at everybody. Curse, it's the curse. The other guy attempts his con roll versus scorpion venom. He's very, very sick and like feverish, and the doctor will now attempt to doctor him. "Oh, would you like to doctor him instead?" says the doctor.
Yes, please.
Give
I would like to doctor them all.
Give me a medicine roll to see how you do against the scorpion venom that's coursing through this guy's body without proper medical stuff to do it with.
I slap my medicine plus 20.
Ooh,
Nice.
cool.
And I don't make it.
Cool.